on 100.9 KPEG.
Well, good evening and welcome to the KPEG Game of the Week. That was a beautiful rendition of the national anthem by Rebecca Gechter here at St. Inez High School. Tonight, it's Channel League play gets underway as the Lompoc Braves visit the St. Inez Pirates. This is Greg Ratcliffe broadcasting live from St. Inez High School, where the 3-2 Braves are getting ready to take on the 2-3 Pirates. So after a short trip to that other valley to the east, the Braves take the field tonight after a solid 28-14 victory over St. Joseph last week. The Pirates come in on a 2-game losing streak, having lost to San Luis Obispo 2 weeks back, then getting thumped 54-10 by Templeton last Friday. So with the preseason in the books, both of these teams look to get their Channel League seasons off to good starts with a victory here tonight. I had the opportunity to speak with Braves head coach Andrew Jones yesterday. We talked about the win at St. Joe, the preseason in general, and what we might expect to see from the Pirates tonight. Here's what Coach Jones had to say.
I'm here with Braves head coach Andrew Jones. Coach, you picked up a 28-14 win at St. Joe last week, even though things seemed a little sluggish there in the first half.
Yeah, the penalties killed us. Just sloppy, uncharacteristic, especially coming off of a bye week. You'd think we'd probably fix that. Jumping off sides on the D-line, just had too many penalties. Some of them were legit, and some of them were obviously a little dicey, but it's high school football. You got to kind of live with it.
Well, you mentioned penalties were an issue in the first half. Is that something you talked about at halftime and seemed to clean up a little bit in the second half?
Yeah, I just thought there wasn't as much, adjusting. It was more so, like calling them out and being like, come on, other than getting back to the ground game a little bit in the second half, we couldn't even get anything really going offensively because we just, other than the first drive, we kept, stumbling. So cleaned it up in the second half, was able to, pull out the victory.
It looked like, at least from our seats up in the press box, that there was some pretty hard hitting going on down there. Was it as physical as it looked?
Yeah, I think physical football game. St. Joe's a well-coached, good football team. I never thought it crossed the line. I thought they were good, solid hits. But anytime you get two good teams going at it, there's gonna be some banging going on. So thought it was a good, clean game, and we were just kind of excited to get out of there, not banged up.
Really? Looking at the team's stats to this point, it's interesting to see that the rushing and passing totals are pretty balanced. 758 passing, 852 on the ground. And in fact, going into last week's game, you had more passing yards than you did rushing yards. That's a change from the run-heavy Brave attack we've grown used to.
Well, I think if we're able to be efficient, we can be balanced. I think I've always, in the back of my head, wanted to be a balanced football team, because if you are balanced, you're getting the short completions. It's almost like a long handoff. We're still moving the clock. We're still controlling the possession. It's really, honestly, a testament to Cabin. I mean, as a freshman, he's very mature and efficient. I've never had somebody that can put us in the right positions, there's times where we can call 2 plays in the huddle and he puts us in the best situation for us. So if we can continue to be balanced, I think it just makes us that much harder to stop, and as long as we don't beat ourselves.
So let's take one final look back at the preseason. You went 3-2. How do you assess the team's overall performance for the first 5 weeks?
Probably inconsistent, I think, would be the best way to describe it. I mean, we showed flashes of being 5-0. We're 3 or 4 plays away from being an undefeated football team. I think if we can get to that point where we are consistent, I think we have a chance to win the league again. But our focus now is just on San Ynez. We know they're banged up, but Josh always seems to have his guys ready to play us, and got a tough one tomorrow, a league opener.
Yep, it gets serious as Channel League play begins with your game against San Ynez. The Pirates are 2-3, coming off a big loss against Templeton. But like you said, these guys always play the Braves tough. What should we expect to see from the Pirates?
They're typical, Josh McClurg team. I think they had some injuries last week in some key positions, so they weren't really good against the run. Typically they are, and Templeton was able to do just about anything they wanted offensively. And then a couple games before, they were super scrappy. They had some guys that were, not injured, and they looked good. So I think it's going to depend on what guys they get back. And then obviously defensively for us, we got to know where number 1, number 9 is. They're the playmakers. We got to make sure that we get those guys to the ground. That's the key for us, is understanding where they move those guys around a lot in their formation. So trying to create mismatches. So we got to know where they're at all times.
Okay, let's wrap it up with our injury report. Anybody new on the list this week?
I think we're solid. Kai had a last-minute deal Friday and was suited up and then put his gear on at halftime, but I think we just basically have those typical bumps and bruises right now.
This time of year.
Yeah.
All right, Coach, as always, thanks for your time. Best of luck against the Pirates.
Thank you.
St. Ynez High School, I am joined by my tag team partner, the Statmeister himself, Mike Loney. Mike, this game just got underway just a moment ago. St. Ynez received the opening kickoff, returned it to about the 25, to the 30, and then had an incomplete pass on first down. So we're looking at 2nd and 10 as a sweep left for a loss.
Both the return and the pass intended for Pendergrass.
A name you will hear a lot of tonight, no doubt.
Quite evidently. Yeah. And sweep to the left, as you mentioned, lost about 4 back close to the 25 you mentioned earlier. So you were just predictive, right?
Yes, that's right. And it's now 3rd and 14. Pirates with 4 receivers, 1 up top, 3 here to the near side. Back to pass on 3rd and long, under pressure.
Riddell takes it up the left side and is close to a first down.
Finds some room out there on the far sideline, on the Brave side of the field.
Might be just a little bit short. It looks like they're marking him right around the 39. Well, took another step back, so they're going to say the 38.
4th and 2. That's Bennett Riddell, quarterback for the Pirates here tonight. We'll get you up to speed here. They started this game a couple of minutes early, I think. Either that or we're just behind, which is more likely. Mike, from a statistical and historical perspective, the Braves kind of look like they might pull out a win tonight. What does San Ynez have to do? Because they're going for it on 4th and short. And they're going to get bounced for a loss back at the 35-yard line. Braves defense all over that one. And that's an interesting call.
Indeed.
On 4th and 2 on your own side of the field on the first possession of the night, you go for it and turn the ball over on downs to the Braves at your own 35. And one thing the Pirates don't need to do is give Lompoc a short field.
Yeah, the thing you need to do is be successful at what they tried, and that was not it.
That was not terribly successful, no. So 4 and out for the Pirates, and the Braves will take over 1st and 10 at the Pirate 35-yard line with just over a minute gone here in the first quarter.
10:53 on the clock.
Kevin Ross calling the signals for the Braves, going deep to the end zone on the first play of the night, and this one will be overthrown significantly, intended for number 9,
Tenorio.
Duarte Tenorio.
And that was, he was about the 10, and the ball landed about halfway through the end zone.
Might have been a little confusion on the route. Either way, 2nd and 10 for the Braves. Been quite a while since the Pirates defeated Lompoc in either location. How many years did you say that was, Mike?
It was back in 2009, 41-22 victory. In the 9 games since then, it hasn't been terribly close, with one exception.
Braves will run a little playoff left tackle and pick up a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down and about 8. As we said, this is the first game of the Channel League season this evening. Both these teams trying to get off to a good start. So Lompoc probably the odds-on favor looking at the Channel League again this year.
Could very well decide the Channel League championship this year, although Santa Barbara thinks they'll have some say in that decision.
Pass over to Ryan Morgan, gets inside the 25 to the 24.
Yeah, they ran trips to that side, and he was just the apex of the arrow, and they fairly quick turnaround, 1st down.
1st and 10 Braves from the Pirate 24-yard line. 3 receivers left, 1 up top. Back to the ground game we go. Oscar Tenorio, the ball carrier, scoots his way inside the 20 to about the 18, it looks like. We'll give him 7 on that one and call it 2nd and 3. Starting to get dark a little earlier these days, and it's nice to see that the sideline markers over here are digital and lighted up. So very easy for us old guys to see.
Which, given the fact that the ends of the field are kind of dark and a little bit tough to read numbers right now. Oscar gets the ball again, I think.
Breaking out to the near side. That's diving for the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Braves. Flag down, however, back at the 10. We'll see what this is about.
I think it's coming back, Rick.
That was Oscar Tenorio sweeping left and finding the pylon just to get inside the end zone. But you're right, Mike. This one is coming back. Penalty against the Braves.
And a banged-up San Ynez team sees another player limp off after that one.
This is a holding call against Lompoc. If you were with us last week, you might remember there was a lot of those in the first half against the Braves. Move the ball back to the 19-yard line. 2nd down and 5 from there. Little pitch. Dickerson tries to find a hole on the right side, and he's got a couple, three black jerseys all over him. Got down to about the 18. It'll be a 3rd down and 3 for the Braves. First possession of the night for Lompoc. 8.5 left here in the first quarter. Scoreless from St. Inez High School.
Be interesting to see if they don't make it here, if the Braves will go for it on 4th down.
That would not surprise me at all.
High formation on set. Quick out.
Pass complete on the far side. Kalen Daniels, I believe, on the catch and run, and he'll get a first down for the Braves. Down to about the 12-ish yard line.
Just about 8 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Fake handoff, slant across the middle to Morgan, in and out of the hands.
And
Couldn't quite hang on to it.
That was definitely 6 if he held on.
Pass had a little bit of zip to it. That might have been part of that issue. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10. Stops the clock with 7:59 here in the first. Braves in their traveling white jerseys.
Yep. Blue pants.
Traveling from right to left on your radio dial. Pass by Daniels, knocked away. Knocked down in the backfield. Nice defensive play there to get in the backfield and break up that pass. It'll be a 3rd down and 10. Interesting driving over from Lompoc this evening for the game when you go through Solvang and see the black pirate flags all along the streets. You know you're heading into pirate country. Little tunnel screen to Dickerson. Complete but wrapped up for a short gain. Looks like they'll put it just inside the 10. And it'll be 4th down. And a long 7 for Lompoc. And they will bring out the field goal unit.
Yep.
Aldo Aguiano out to do the honors. This will be a 26-yarder. Ball right in the middle of the field, so it's a straight shot. Good snap. Kick is away. And the kick is good.
Good, solid, perfect.
So with 7 minutes, 14 seconds left here in the first quarter, the Braves strike first. It's Lompoc 3, St. Inez nothing. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
100.9.
That too. That's Mike. I'm Greg. Judy's back at the studio, taking care of the web stream and all the graphics you see. We have some special shout-outs tonight. We have a whole list of them, actually. We'll get to them one at a time as we can. Our first one's going to go to our good friend and avid KPEG fan, Jess Tedder, out there in Lompoc. Listens to us every single day, and we appreciate it. Thanks, Jess. Good to have you on board. Hope you're listening tonight. And I got your got the information you're looking for. I'll get it out to you Monday morning. Okay. Braves to kick off. Low line drive kick, picked up at about the 8. Return here on the near hash, weaving through traffic and gets out to about the 29-yard line on the return.
Pretty good return. Finally stopped by number 27 for the Braves. It's Anthony Arias. Kick defense team.
So they'll put it at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Pirates. From there with 7:08 left here in the first. Lompoc leading 3-0. A nice, albeit a little crisp evening here in the St. Inez Valley.
Football weather.
It is. It is fall officially, I believe. From the shotgun. Throws on the run, complete to the far side, curls it in, and takes a big hit at about the 36-yard line. Holds on to the ball, however. They'll give him forward progress to the 37. Pickup of about 8. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Braves in their fairly standard 3-3-5 defense. Pirates come out usually 3 wide, 1 running back. Riddell keeps it. Tries to go off the right side and picks up about a yard.
Going to be just a smidgen short of a first down. Carrying that football like a loaf of bread with one hand. I'd watch that. Riddell's not a big kid. He's 5'10", 165 pounds. Just a junior.
Yeah, kind of shifty. 2 wide on the right side.
3rd and short for the Pirates from their own 38.
Yeah.
And flags. First penalty, not on first penalty, but we had a first penalty on the Pirates.
Receiver over on the left side took 2 steps towards the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped. And
I think that's illegal.
It's verboten, Greg. Yes.
That too. You are multilingual tonight, aren't you? 3rd and 6 now. Riddell throws on the move. This one's high and away, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. It doesn't look like the Pirates are going to repeat that 4th down attempt like they did last time. Looks like they'll get ready to kick this one away. One man deep for the Braves. That's Joker Dickerson standing at his 35. He can be a dangerous returner.
Hunter for San Ynez at the 18. Releases at the 21.
No real pressure by the Braves. Dickerson will get out of the way and let this one roll. And it'll take a decent Pirate roll down to the Lompoc 27-yard line. So the Braves will be starting on their own side of the 50. This possession, 1st and 10 at their own 27 with 5 minutes, 21 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Lompoc leading 3-0.
Yeah, one rolled and hopped from the 36 down to the 27.
So the Braves back on offense. Tight formation.
5:24 remaining in the first quarter.
Sheldon Kenley gets the carry and gets tackled back at the 25 for a loss of a couple. And that gave the Pirate faithful something to cheer about here. A loss of 2.
Yeah.
2nd and 12 for the Braves.
Braves continue their difficulties that they've been having in running the ball, which is kind of difficult to wrap one's brain around.
It is unusual. We talked a little bit about that with Coach in the pregame, if you got to hear that interview. Canley again, he's going to get body slammed, hit at the line of scrimmage and forced back.
He did get a couple before he got reversed.
Got the 2 yards back that they lost on first down. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Maybe a skosh more than the 2, but not much more than that.
Well, credit to Lompoc PA announcer Tom Gerard.
Mm-hmm. And looks like the Braves are changing the play.
3 receiver set. Ross back to throw, looking deep. Looking for Morgan in the middle, complete in double coverage, and it's a foot race to the end zone. Ryan Morgan, touchdown, Braves.
That gentleman is a man among boys. He just went up, took it away, and then hit the accelerator, and he was gone.
Well, we've seen that from Ross to Morgan several times this season already.
Yep.
Kavanaugh just shoot that one up there and let Morgan go up and get it. And this time he did it in between two Pirate defenders and then ran about 20 yards to make the score. Anguiano win for the point after. And it's up and through. So with 3 minutes, 47 seconds remaining here in the first, the Braves up the lead. It's now Lompoc 10, San Ynez nothing. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
100.9 Lompoc, California.
Let's thank one of our sponsors tonight, our good friends Mark and Beth Granson over at Granson's Embroidery and Gifts. Their first year with us, and we sure appreciate them signing on to help us make these broadcasts a reality and bring them to you every Friday night all season long. Granson's Embroidery and Gifts. Well, the Braves have had the ball twice. They've scored twice.
Mm-hmm.
They keep that up.
They should do pretty well.
They got a chance of winning this one. Another squib kick picked up at the 10 this time. Returned into the middle of the field. Now a nice little move out to the far sideline. Got some room, still on his feet at the 50. And finally knocked out of bounds on the Braves side of the field at about the Lompoc 48. Excellent return.
I think they're going to mark him sure of that.
Let's see where he stepped out. So right about the 50-yard line, looks like.
Yeah. I believe that was number 9, Prendergast again.
I will admit to these Pirate numbers being difficult to read in this light with this distance. They are black letters on black jerseys with orange trim.
And right at the 50. Ooh. And they tried to go on the right side, and that went nowhere quickly, as Jed Rance said, no further.
Second down and 10 from midfield after no gain. Rance has been a factor for the Braves defense this season.
Yes, he has. Perhaps none bigger than that sack on fourth down against the Knights last week, right before the...
Rodell throws through the hands and incomplete.
Yep.
That one was intended for Pendergrast.
Trying to set up a run-pass option over on the right side. He had a guy to pitch to, but he was covered. Rodell was covered, and the guy he was trying to throw to was covered. So good defense by the Braves.
That'll bring up third down, 3rd and 10. The ball just on the Pirate side of the 50-yard line. Lompoc leading 10-0 with just under 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. 3 receivers up top. They'll throw right.
Tried to set up a screen in the middle. And good reaction from the Braves. Tenorio came up from his safety spot and brought him down after a 2-yard gain.
Yep. Limited that to only 2 yards. That looked like it could have been a little more dangerous than that. But it'll be 4th and 8 and another pending situation for San Ynez. Clock running, 2:30 left here in the first. Braves about to get the ball back for the 3rd time here in the first quarter.
Dickerson back.
Nice high kick. This one's returnable. Fielded at the 18. Picks up a block at the 25 and gets across the 30 to about the 32, does Dickerson. So a decent field position to start this possession for the Braves with 2:15 left here in the first. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Lompoc up 10-0 here in the first. I've always liked coming here to this San Ynez. It's a beautiful facility they have here. Very nice press box, beautiful field, artificial, of course. Rubberized track.
Nice track.
Yep.
Very much like what Lompoc is supposed to get.
Yes, looking forward to seeing that come to fruition. Renovation of Houck Stadium pending. Ross will send a pass incomplete over to the far side, intended for Kalen Daniels. A little high on that one. It'll be 2nd and 10. Have you heard anything more about the renovation, Mike? I heard they got the money. They raised the funds that they needed, as far as I heard.
Last I heard was they were waiting on approval from basically the California School Architect's Office, which is notoriously slow. So they have to approve all the plans and everything.
2nd and 10, back to the ground game. This is Tenario, finds a hole down the left side, sprinting down the far sideline. Breaks a tackle at the 25, still on his feet.
And
Touchdown, Braves.
Broke another one at the 5, and he was not going down. There is a flag back at the Lompoc 30, but
and it's coming back for a hold. Oh my gosh! And that destroys just a beautiful run by Oscar Canario.
68 yards.
6 points and 68 yards off the books for the Braves, and Oscar's got to be going, what? Holding Braves. There's the official call from the spot of the foul. We'll move the ball back to the 22. And that's the second time tonight we've called touchdown that didn't count.
Yeah.
Already.
And those 2 tackles that he broke were not insubstantial. They were pretty good attempts, and he ran through like it was wet tissue paper.
On 2nd down, Calvin Ross tries to connect with Ryan Morgan on the far sideline. Incomplete this time at the Pirate 40. Morgan unable to lasso that one and bring it in. Ball was pretty much on target, though. Good defender out there as well.
Mm-hmm. Definitely give that one a pass breakup.
The ball's at the 22. It's 3rd down and 20. Need to get out to the 42. 3 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side, and whistles. What do we got? Timeout called by the Braves. That stops the clock with 1 minute, 52 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Braves leading 10-0. Greg Ratcliffe here with Mike Boney, Judy Baker back in the studio. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget, if you're not in our local listening area, you can always listen to the Braves action at kpegradio.com. In fact, I understand we have some special guests listening to the broadcast on our web stream right this minute. Calvin Ross's grandma, Stephanie Ross, is with us tonight.
Well,
Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you tuning in. You got a great young man there, and he's doing a great job.
As I'm sure Stephanie knows. And some more of our listeners may find. In case you're wondering, Kevin is Irish. It means hollow or glen in the woods. It's also the name of an Irish county.
And as we try and get this play underway, we have more whistles. And timeout Pirates. Okay, so we'll trade timeouts. Both teams with 2 remaining. Clock still says 1:52, and we're still here. So nice to hear from folks that are listening in from around the country.
Some recent Lompoc opponents. Royal Brandy is down 7-0 in the first quarter to Mineral Atherton. St. Joseph is up 7-0 on Pioneer Valley. No score in the Cabrillo DP game so far.
Wish Cabrillo good luck on that one. This is their homecoming back at Houck Stadium this evening, so we hope they have a nice night and can pull out their first victory of the year against the Chargers.
San Luis Obispo is up 14-0 on Santa Maria, as is Pericles on Rigetti.
And I think we can get back to action now. 2 receivers to either side for the Braves. Ross in the shotgun. Plenty of protection. Gets hit as he throws. This one is complete at the 46-yard line.
Great job coming back to the ball,
that was Daniels on the catch.
Floating just a bit.
Ross got hit as he let that go. He didn't get as much on it as he wanted.
Yeah.
So as you said, a good job by Kalen Ross to come back and find that ball. And it'll be first down Braves from their own 46. Minute and a half and counting left here in the first quarter. Braves leading 10-0. It's their third possession of the evening. Ross again from the shotgun. We'll go to the run game. That looks like Leandre Coleman with his first carry of the night.
And he'll pick up a first down and a bit.
He'll get into Pirate territory and down to the 41-yard line. So nice pick up for Leandre. Seeing him a lot more on the defensive side of the ball these days than we do on the offensive side. But statistically, still the Braves' leading rusher.
Yeah. And we're down to a minute.
First down Braves from the Pirate 41. 3 receivers right, 1 here to the left. Quick screen pass to the far side, incomplete. Hit him right in the hands.
Yep.
Joker couldn't hang on to it, so it's a incomplete pass. Will bring up 2nd and 10. I think that's one of those where he was turning to run before he secured the ball.
Yep.
So 2nd and 10 from the 41. 43.7 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, did stop the clock.
Same formation.
You did have some running room over there.
Try the same play again. This time Dickerson will make the catch and pick up 5 yards or so. Down to the 36 goes the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 5 from there.
Clock still running.
Braves in no hurry. Matter of fact, it looks like they're just going to let the quarter expire as they're heading over to the sideline already. As the final 15 seconds will take off of the first quarter. So we've got 12 minutes in the books here at San Ynez High School. Our score is Lompoc 10, San Ynez nothing. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
100.9.
Let's take a moment to thank another one of our sponsors tonight. Rick Frederick, our good friends, Rick and Lisa Frederick over at Frederick Quality Plumbing. First in line every year. This year's no exception. Some of the best folks you ever want to meet. Thanks, guys. Frederick Quality Plumbing. So we'll turn around and go the other way now. We've got just a little bit of a breeze this evening, not too bad. We're cozy and warm here in the press box.
Well, St. Louis has gone up 21-0 on Santa Maria. Rigetti has clawed back a touchdown, and they're down 14-7 against Paraclete. Templeton and St. Bernard's Catholic are tied at 0 in the first quarter, as are Santa Barbara and San Marcos in the Santa Barbara big game. Mission College Prep is up 7 on Viewpoint in the first quarter.
And another timeout called by Lompoc before they run the first play of the second quarter. That'll be their second, 1 remaining for the Braves. So lots of football action going on up and down the Central Coast this evening. We'll try and keep you aware of all those scores. And who knows, we might even be able to keep you up to date on what the Dodgers are doing. I understand they're playing some sort of a rather important baseball game tonight.
Yeah, division series game.
If you're into that sort of thing.
You're into that round ball kind of thing. Right now they're trailing the Nationals 3-0. LA does lead the series 1-0 after a 6-0 win yesterday, but right now they've just gone to the middle of the third in a home game in Chavez Ravine.
Back to football. Ross fakes the handoff and is going to get got to get wrapped up in the backfield. Tried to ditch the ball away.
Because he got popped, and I think we're going to get a.
I thought initially they might be getting him for intentional grounding.
Yeah, he never got rid of the ball, but he was wrapped up and being moved backwards, and
he did manage to pitch the ball forward. It fell incomplete, but they're going to cut the defender for the.
No, they are going to.
Nope.
They are going to say intentional grounding, and that's a loss of down.
Okay. We got one right. What do you know?
He made the signal, and
so
snap.
The Braves will punt this one away for the first time this evening. High kick, fielded at the 19-yard line. It's away from the initial wave. Now he's going in the wrong direction. Oh, now he's got a convoy up the near side. Breaks it into the middle. And down at the 40-yard line, that was Prendergast on the return. The other Dickerson, Demetrius, grabbed him by the ankles and tripped him up to the 38. He might still be running.
Yeah, he made a real nice cut at about the 30, and was headed for green. Well, I guess we'll call it grass.
Green rubber.
Green plastic or something.
Whatever you call it, they've got a first down at their own 39-yard line. Just underway here in the second quarter. 10-0 is our score. The visiting Lompoc Braves on top. And more whistles.
Because we needed more whistles.
Because we needed another timeout. This time by the Pirates. They sure don't want to leave any of those in the bank tonight, do they?
No.
Both teams down to one timeout remaining here with 11:37 left here in the second quarter. 10-0 Lompoc lead. Have a good, sizable quantity of blue and white fans across the way as well. Yeah. Looking a little bundled up and ready for a crisp San Ynez Valley evening.
Should mention that the JV game earlier finished with the Pirates ahead 25-13. Congratulations to that group.
Now we'll get back to varsity as I think we're ready to play. Waddell from the shotgun, quick pitch.
Trying to get around the left side, and that did not work. Great job by Tenario and Jed Rance, who suddenly showed up at the end and brought some evil intentions with him.
About a yard only on that play to the 40-yard line. Not even there. Just shy of the 40. We'll call it 2nd and 9.
And trying to run wide on this Braves defense has not been real successful.
The Braves are real quick on D. Back to pass, now scrambling. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The ball is loose, I believe, at the 40. Now we've got a pile up. Braves have got it.
And I believe that was Arias that knocked it loose. And didn't see who came out of there with the ball. Looked like Coleman, maybe.
There was a massive humanity at the 40-yard line, and somebody in a white jersey came up with the ball. So the first turnover of the evening will go to the Lompoc Braves' way, and they'll have a first down at that spot, which is the 39 of the Pirates. 11:23 left here in the second. Lompoc up 10-3. See if they can capitalize on this turnover.
It's one of the things they have not done a lot this year is lead the turnover battle.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Fake handoff, throw, and a little slant pattern.
Tried to hit Morgan, and Morgan climbed the ladder and couldn't quite reel it in. He managed to get a couple fingertips on it, but that was about it.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
When you're throwing high to Morgan, or too high for Morgan, that's saying a bit.
That's a little high. Morgan, of course, 6'4". Back to the ground game. Big hole up the middle. That's Tenorio. Breaks a tackle at the 25. Cuts it to the outside. Heading to the pylon. Diving forward. Touchdown, Braves.
No flags.
I'm looking backwards for yellow, and I don't see any. This one's going to stand. Touchdown, Lompoc. All the way from the 39-yard line. That'll make it 16-0 with the point after coming up. Aldo Anguiano out to kick from the hold of Bradley Waite. Anguiano pretty darn reliable. And puts it right through. 11 minutes, 8 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Lompoc ups the lead. It's now Braves 17, Pirates nothing. You're listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. Another quick shout out. Got a call from a dear friend who I haven't heard from in quite a while, actually. Called me up this afternoon, see if we were going to be here this evening. I told her, of course we were, and hope she can tune in and check us out. And she's listening right now here at 100.9 FM. That's our good friend Alice Milligan. Hi, Alice. Thanks for checking us out tonight.
Long time civic leader in Lompoc. School employee.
So the Braves will kick off. Through the legs and into the end zone we go.
Skitter pass to touchback.
That'll bring the ball out to the 20-yard line. That's where the Pirates will start 1st and 10 with 11:08 to go till halftime. Pirates finding themselves down 17-0. And they probably need to do something offensively here before this one gets out of hand, if it isn't already.
They will take over at their own 20 with 11:08 still remaining.
2 receivers to the right, now 1 in motion, shifting over to the left.
Low snap.
Odell looking, scrambling. Now got a lot of room to run if he can get out there, but being chased by Braves defense has got him and will bring him down for a loss.
And for a fairly big guy, Rance has got a little bit of...
Just going to comment on that. For his size, he moves pretty darn well because he just tracked down Bennett Riddell.
Mm-hmm. Didn't get him by much, but he got him by enough. And
Jed Rance is 6'1", 225. And he got enough of Bennett Riddell, who is 5'10", 165, to bring him down.
Yep. For a 2-yard sack.
It'll be 2nd and 12 with the ball now back at the 18-yard line. One receiver wide to either side. Riddell setting up the option. Pitches it out. Ooh, and knocked out of bounds. That was Dickerson on the stop.
Stop at number 1.
Anthony Gills, I believe, on the carry. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 12. Well, just across the Pirate 18-yard line.
And just in case Riddell was thinking about throwing that one. The guy who forced the pitch was Rance again.
Spending more time in the Pirate backfield than the Pirates are. Riddell back to pass, now under pressure. Rolls right. Got to get rid of it. Throws it across his body into the middle of the field. Incomplete. Dangerous pass.
Yeah, he threw that in the crowd. There was both Gardner and Tenorio were hanging around the receiver.
He was rolling right. Threw across his body back to the middle of the field. That's the one that the coaches always tell you never to throw. Got away with it, however. Incomplete pass brings up 4th and 12 and another Pirate punt. Dickerson back at his own 45. Low line drive kick. Might be able to pick this one up and go, and he does.
Picks it up at the 49 of the Pirates.
And brings it back to the 40. Picked that one up after about the second bounce and returned it about 10-ish yards or so, and it'll be 1st and 10 Braves from the San Ynez 40-yard line with 9 minutes, 6 seconds remaining here in the first half. Lompoc up 17-0, and with good field position, we'll see if they can add to that. And I'm not exaggerating here, folks, but there are more San Ynez cheerleaders than there are San Ynez football players.
By a wide margin.
And an errant snap will get away from Kevin Ross, and the San Ynez Pirates will pick up the loose ball and fall on it at the 50-yard line. Turnover Braves. So they're going to put it at the 49-yard line on the San Ynez side of the 50. First down Pirates, and the San Ynez gets a big break. Just an errant snap. And the Pirates right there to jump on it. So first down San Ynez. Let's see if they can capitalize on this opportunity. Riddell with the pitch, trying to get to the edge. No going. Loss of a couple. Oscar Tenorio there on the stop for the Braves. Ball back to the 47-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 12. So far this evening, the Pirates have been able to come up with nothing on offense. Just haven't been able to find a way around this Braves D. 2nd down and 12. 2 receivers to the right. 1 in the slot left. Riddell rolling right. Now he's surrounded. He's going to go down for another loss. 2 Braves on him. Back to the 44-yard line is the loss. It'll be a 3rd down. 3rd and about 15 now for the Pirates in the definition of retrograde motion. Clock running. 7.5 remaining here in the first half. 17-0 is our score. The Braves on top. Riddell takes a shotgun, looking to throw. Got a man open in midfield, complete. He was all alone and tackled at the 40-yard line. That's
Just
a big
did
gain.
get the first down, I think.
Tenorio on the tackle. But that receiver was all alone at midfield. Got down to the 40 for a 1st and 10 Pirates.
7 minutes or so and counting.
7-10. 2 receivers up top. Back to the ground game. Little misdirection. Trying to get to the outside again. Still not working. Tenorio there again to push him out of bounds. Did he get back to the line of scrimmage? I think maybe. Maybe not.
Close.
They're going to lose a yard. Back to the 41. Play ran out of bounds to stop the clock with 6:57 left here in the second quarter. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Pirates from the Brave 41-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 slot left. Riddell rolls right, throws on the run, cut a man, complete at the 35 and down close to first down territory.
And Riddell was running almost directly backwards, and he just kind of heaved that downfield.
And they'll move the chains. 1st and 10 Pirates. The ball right at the Lompoc 30. So San Ynez getting a little something going here on offense finally, about halfway through the second.
6.5 minutes.
Deepest penetration of the evening for the Pirates so far. Snap is loose, and Riddell will have to just fall on it to maintain possession, but a big loss back to the 39. Loss of 9 on the bad snap. It'll be 2nd and 19. Clock continuing to run down to 6 minutes. We're halfway through the second quarter. 17-0 is our score. Lompoc Braves leading San Ynez Pirates. Here on your KPEG game of the week.
Conditions don't really seem that bad. It may be a little bit damp tonight, but another low snap.
Ball knocked away, batted in the air, but we've got a flag down in the secondary in the area where you might expect pass interference. And that is the case, and it'll go against the blue and white Braves. Fans here on the home side of the field seem to like that one.
The ball will be moved down to
the 29. Nope, excuse me, 24.
Yeah.
So from 2nd and 19 to 2nd and about 4. Riddell will fake the handoff, keep it himself, weaves his way through traffic, gets close to the 20-yard line. Could very well be a first down, and it is. First down, San Ynez. So with the aid of a defensive pass interference call, this drive is moving right along, and it's 1st and 10, San Ynez from the Lompoc 20. 5.5 remaining here in the second quarter. Pirates trying to get that goose egg off the scoreboard. Trailing 17-0.
Would be a good time for a turnover.
Riddell takes a shotgun, rolling, throws on the run again. Complete, but hit immediately at about the 12-yard line. On the far side of the field. The ball will be placed at the 13-yard line, 2nd down, and 3 yards to go for the Pirates. 4:45 to go till halftime. And a touchdown here for San Ynez would be a big morale booster going into the locker room.
It would be huge.
2 receivers left. Running play, right. Breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, cuts it back in, and gets a first down. Down to about the 7-yard line. And all of a sudden, it's 1st and goal, Pirates, from the 7. Four minutes, 27 seconds left here in the second quarter. Braves leading 17-0. The Pirates trying to put some points on the board. 1st and goal. 2 receivers wide left. Running play, breaks a tackle, dives forward, gets inside the 5 to about the 3 or so. So they're at the 7, got a little more than half of it. It'll be 2nd and goal from about the 3. Approaching the 4-minute mark here in the second quarter.
They spread everybody out and tried to find a gap and found about half a gap.
One receiver wide to either side. One man in motion now. They'll give it to the motion man. He cuts it inside. Touchdown, Pirates. Receiver came off the wide mark on the right side, came in motion, took the handoff, cut it straight up the middle. 3 yards later, the Pirates are on the board. It's 17-6 with the point after coming up. And you know what, Mike? That was a well-executed little drive there by San Ynez.
Yes, it was. First drive for a touchdown that San Ynez has had in a year and a half worth of games.
Point after is up and good. 3 minutes, 42 seconds remaining here in the first half, and we've got ourselves a ball game breaking out. It's Lompoc 17, San Ynez 7. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
100.9, Lompoc, California.
Let's thank another one of our sponsors while we have a moment. Robin Dundas and all the good folks over at the Surf Connection, kind enough to once again sign up with us. Another one of those folks that have been with us since day one. We've been doing this for a lot of days. Thank you so much, Robin. The Surf Connection.
So many days that Robin would probably appreciate us not talking about how many there are.
Well, this is year 24 wearing this headset, ladies and gentlemen. I've enjoyed every single one. Short, high kick goes out of bounds on the far sideline. That'll bring a penalty flag. So the Braves will have an option, I think, and see what they decide to do. Went out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, it looks like. And it appears that's where the Braves will elect to take the ball. And more whistles and discussion. Let's see here. Official timeout to straighten things out and get everybody in the right order. Okay.
An official that was over on the Braves sideline and needed to get back in position deep.
And back to action. A little wobbling of the handoff in the backfield throws the timing of that one all off. So no gain on the play is 2nd and 10, and there might be a little more moisture going on than we have imagined, because there's been some difficulty hanging onto the ball this evening.
There it is.
Ross to throw, complete on the far sideline, and out of bounds.
That looks like it's going to be a first down.
Indeed it will. Move the ball to the, where are we going to put it? Brave 47-yard line. 1st and 10 Lompoc from there. 3 minutes, 6 seconds remaining till halftime. The Braves would like nothing more than to answer that Pirate score before they head to the locker room. Keeping to the ground. Looks like Oscar on the carry.
Pick up of a couple.
Move it to the 48-yard line. Looks like they'll only give him about one. And that should make it 2nd down and 9 for Lompoc. Clock running.
Daniels and Morgan over on the right side. On the left side is Duarte Tenorio. Back is Oscar Tenorio.
Ross from the shotgun throws complete out there on the far side, down to about the 44-yard line.
Very close to a first down.
I believe that was Duarte Tenorio on the catch. Down to the 44. It'll be third and short. Third about 1. As we hit the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. Braves still with one timeout remaining. Hand off to Oscar. Breaks into the secondary. And he is such a powerful runner for such a little guy. Down to the 32.
And guess what, Greg?
Another Oscar Tenorio run coming back via penalty.
Well, there's a flag down there. See which way it's going to go. He did get down to about the 32.
Officials discussing, and we'll let you know. They are moving it backwards. A lot. Personal foul, Braves. After the play. So the first down will stand, but they'll move the ball back to the San Ynez 47-yard line. First and 10 from there. With 1:52 left on the first half clock. Ross fakes the handoff, looking deep. Going for Daniels, got him at the 10. Touchdown, Braves. Kylan Daniels got about 2 yards behind the defense, and Kevin Ross laid it right on him. Beautiful pass by Ross. Do we have another flag? They're bringing this one back. Oh, my God.
Classic close spot, too.
Ineligible man downfield on the Braves. Just cost him another touchdown. My gosh, that's the third time the Braves have had points taken off the board via penalty tonight. And we're not even done with the first half. So put the ball back on the 47.
Yeah, had offsetting penalties there. We had holding, defensive holding, and illegal man downfield.
So it's still first down. Okay.
So that play never happened. Quick pass over on the right side.
Complete to Daniels at the 41.
Considerably shorter than the previous one. That one has about 7 yards.
As opposed to the 47 of the previous. Clock running, 1:25 left here till halftime. 17-7 is our score. The Braves lead. Trying to add some more before we get to the break. It's second down and about 4. Ball on the Pirate 41-yard line. Ross.
Morgan in motion. Fake to him and go deep to...
Back to Daniels again. Complete and out of bounds at about the 5. Same play as the one that got called back.
No flags this time.
Knocked out of bounds inside the 5. Where are they going to put it? About the 2-yard line, it looks like. Maybe the 3. First and goal Braves with a minute to go here till halftime.
Well, 59.8 seconds. But who's being big?
Oscar Tenorio up the middle to the 1. It'll be second and goal from the 1-yard line. Clock running, 45 seconds remaining. The Braves do have a timeout to use if they have to. And okay, well, they're going to rule that last one a touchdown. All right. So much for needing a timeout. So if you can't get it on a 47-yard ball, get it on a 4-yard running. It's now 23-7. point after coming up. And as good as the Pirates had to feel after that touchdown they just scored, this has got to be a little deflating now.
Yes,
Anguiano, true as usual with the point after. 42.3 seconds remaining till halftime. Our score is now Lompoc Braves 24, San Ynez Pirates 7. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports 100.9 KPEG.
100.9. And in the top of the fifth, the Dodgers still trail the Nationals 3-0.
Any news on our Conquistador friends back home?
Looking it up.
As the Braves get set to kick off, the Pirates will have about 42 seconds and change. We'll see what they can do before the halftime break. Two men deep at about the 5-yard line. Aldo to kick. And a nice kick, kind of a line drive, fielded at the 2 on the far side. Trying to find some room. Good coverage by the defense.
Forced them back a little bit. And
Rendergast will get out to about the 20-yard line, and that's it. Interesting, the clock didn't move. 42.3 seconds remaining at the 20. The Pirates will take over 1st and 10. $24-7. Can do that all day long. Braves lead. Pirates able to put some points up on their last possession. And got less than a minute to go here with one timeout remaining. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Rudell under pressure. Ball is loose and picked up by a Pirate. That was Rance back there again, I believe. Jed Rance making a living in the Pirate backfield this evening. Got a hold of Riddell, knocked the ball loose, but the Pirates covered up at the 11-yard line. And the Braves will spend their final timeout, stopping the clock with exactly 30 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Lompoc with eyes on maybe scoring another time here before we get to the break. Loss of about 10 on that play. We'll move the ball back to the 11. Call it 9. It'll be 2nd down and 19 for the San Ynez. You would think the Pirates might be happy just to get out of this right now.
Well, in the second quarter, St. Joe leads Pioneer Valley 21-0. Menlo Atherton is leading Arroyo Grande 27-7. And DP is up on Cabrillo 7-0. Paraclete leads Rigetti 21-7. St. Louis leads Santa Maria 28-17.
And as Mike reads off the scores, the Pirates took a knee and will let the first half clock run out as we click down to under 10 seconds remaining. The first half will be in the books here at San Ynez High School. With our halftime score, the Lompoc Braves 24, the San Ynez Pirates 7. On your Game of the Week here at KPEG, your home for local sports.
San Luis leads Santa Maria 35-17. Santa Barbara and San Marcos are both deadlocked at 0. And not showing any score from the Royal Atascadero game so far.
Well, we've got 24-7 here at San Ynez High School. The Braves leading the hometown Pirates. We're going to send it back to the KPEG studios for a lot of pertinent information about things going on around the Lompoc Valley. And we will come back for the second half in about 15 minutes, folks. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
I got smart about mortgages. Now, it's my house I go home to.
I got smart about college. Now my kid's off to a great start.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org.
I got smart about health insurance. Now both my finances and I are healthy.
Smartaboutmoney.org is a free online resource from the National Endowment for Financial Education. We're an independent nonprofit foundation dedicated to helping people just like you get sound information about money.
I got smart about protecting my job. Now, I'm doing better than ever.
For everything from how to build an emergency fund to how to deal with job uncertainty, smartaboutmoney.org has the answers you're looking for.
I got smart about credit cards. Now paper or plastic has a whole new meaning.
Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Hey, football fans, do you have friends or family that live out of town but still like to follow Lompoc Valley football? Let them know that KPEG's game coverage is also streaming live on the web. Just send them to kpegradio.com and they can catch all of the action no matter where they are. That's kpegradio.com, brought to you by your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. KPEG listeners, have we got a deal for you? Now, we know you enjoy hearing all of our great music and special programming, but how would you like to hear yourself on your favorite radio station? Too good to be true, you say? No way! If you are a dedicated KPEG fan, you're invited to stop by the studio and record your very own station ID or tribute. We'll add it to our rotation, so when you tune into KPEG, you just might hear yourself on the air. Give us a call at 875-2750. That's 875-2750, and we'll tell you how. It's simple, it's fun, it's free, and it's right here on Lompoc's very own 100.9 KPEG. The Lompoc Library is once again offering free homework help. The Homework Club is held in the Children's Department of the Lompoc Library and is available to all students kindergarten through 12th grade. A volunteer tutor is there to help every Tuesday and Wednesday from 3:30 to 5:30 throughout the school year. Homework Club is a drop-in program, so there is no need to register. For more information on the Homework Club, call the Lompoc Library at 875-8781. By now, you've probably figured out that KPEG is not your ordinary average radio station. In fact, we're anything but ordinary. First, you'll never ever hear a commercial on KPEG. We're all about the music. And how about that music? We play more music with more variety than any other station in the area. And not just the standard tunes you hear everywhere else. Sure, we play rock and oldies and your favorite classic rock songs, but we'll also introduce you to some deep tracks that you might not have heard. Some new rock, and even some bands that are a bit off the mainstream. That's what makes KPEG so unique. Well, that and our exclusive live sports coverage. But the point is that KPEG is different by design. Enjoy it. We're 100.9 KPEG.
Dad! Come on! Over here! Look at this, Dad! Over... Whoa.
The moment my son saw a redwood tree
It's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, biking, fishing, or camping. Or do your own thing when you get there with family and friends. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We hope you are enjoying tonight's game featuring the Lompoc Braves and the Santa Ynez Pirates. Next week, the Braves head back home to Houck Stadium, where they'll host the Santa Barbara Dons in a big Channel League matchup. Join the KPEG Sports crew at 6:45 for our exclusive pregame interview with Braves head coach Andrew Jones, followed by the kickoff at 7 o'clock. It's the Santa Barbara Dons versus the Lompoc Braves next Friday night
and you'll find it right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
The City Council meetings are your window into how Lompoc works. You can even speak to the council and let them know how you feel. But if you can't be there in person, you can always follow along on TAP TV, KPEG Radio, and the web at cityoflompoc.com. That's right. We'll be there on the first and third Tuesday of every month, bringing you all the comments, discussions, and votes. So tune in for a live trimulcast of your City Council meetings, only on TAP TV, KPEG Radio, and cityoflompoc.com.
You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
Fire, flood, hazardous spills, active shooter, extreme weather. In Santa Barbara County, there are things you need to know. If we can't reach you, we can't alert you. Sign up for Santa Barbara County Emergency Alerts today. To receive alerts via email, cell, and landline, sign up online at www.awareandprepare.org. Or for limited emergency information, text your zip code to 888-777 because you need to know.
The Lompoc Theater Project presents an artist festival for everyone. It's Lompoc Chalks, October 11th, 12th, and 13th in downtown Lompoc. Join the fun on the corner of I Street and Cypress Avenue, where you'll find chalk murals, live music, vendors, sips and bites, and a whole lot more. Proceeds go to the Lompoc Theater Restoration Project. So enjoy Lompoc Chalks Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, October 11th through 13th, while supporting a great cause. For more information on Lompoc Chalks or the Theater Project, please visit lompoctheater.org.
Don't have a car? Too far to walk? Bike in the shop? Welcome aboard Colt, the City of Lompoc Transit. Sit back and let us do the driving. Colt serves the communities of Lompoc, Mission Hills, and Vandenberg Village. We offer comfort, low fares, convenience, free transfers, and great service. For more information and free trip planning assistance, give us a call at 736-7666 or visit us on the web at cityoflompoc.com/transit.
So, you want to know what's new on KPEG? Well, we've created the perfect solution, and we call it KPEG New Tracks. Every week, we'll showcase some of the new songs we've recently added to the mix, plus preview some tracks that haven't even made it into rotation yet. From indie to heavy metal, you'll hear some great new additions to the library, complete with artist and song title information. And who knows, one of them may turn out to be your next favorite song. Can you afford not to listen? It's KPEG New Tracks. Catch it every Friday night at 6 p.m., right here on your home for the greatest collection of rock and roll on the planet, 100.9 KPEG.
Rich is just a really good guy. The term good egg isn't enough to describe him. He's also certified organic and free range. Rich puts the cap back on everything. The toothpaste, the olive oil, the shampoo, everything. He lets his 10-year-old nephew beat him at virtual tennis, even though he can straight up slay his 10-year-old nephew in virtual tennis. When the toilet paper is running low, Rich replaces the roll on the actual holder, not just on the back of the toilet. Rich is texting and driving. Rich? No. What are you doing, Rich? I was just telling everyone how great you are. Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
There's a chill in the night air. There's pumpkins everywhere. And it can only mean one thing. It's almost time for KPEG's Hardcore Halloween Celebration. Listen in on the 31st as we play specially selected Halloween-themed tunes all day long.
Then at 6 o'clock, the gloves come off and the masks go on as we dive deep into the darker side of Halloween rock, playing non-stop hardcore heavy metal Halloween tracks until midnight. Join us and prepare to be rocked to the bone. It's KPEG's Hardcore Halloween, starting at 6 o'clock on Halloween night. Be there if you dare.
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange?
I shop and cook for my mom every week. I help my dad pay his bills.
I take my wife to the doctor.
Am I a caregiver?
Are you caring for a senior parent, spouse, or friend? Do you spend time helping with meals, shopping, or personal care? Are you stressed? Do you have less time for yourself? You are not alone. Nearly 1 in 6 people in Lompoc are caregivers. Visit caringtogetherlompoc.org or call 925-9554.
You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cool time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
We hope you are enjoying tonight's game featuring the Lompoc Braves and the Santa Ynez Pirates. Next week, the Braves head back home to Houck Stadium, where they'll host the Santa Barbara Dons in a big Channel League matchup. Join the KPEG sports crew at 6:45 for our exclusive pregame interview with Braves head coach Andrew Jones, followed by the kickoff at 7 o'clock. It's the Santa Barbara Dons versus the Lompoc Braves next Friday night, and you'll find it right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
Hi, I'm Casey Farah, your host for KPEG's local music hour. Playing music from Lompoc and the surrounding cities. Every Saturday at 7 p.m. Right here on KPEG 100.9 FM.
Make a difference in your community and apply to be on the grand jury of Santa Barbara County. The grand jury investigates county government, municipalities, and special districts' use of your tax dollars. Jurors see the inner workings of government, not available to most people. And for the convenience of northern Santa Barbara County grand jurors, video conferencing is now available in Santa Maria. Apply today at sbcgj.org or pick up an application at any Santa Barbara County courthouse.
Hey Lompoc, now that your newest, bestest, most favoritist radio station is up and running, why not put us to work? If your organization has a nonprofit event or fundraiser coming up, let KPEG help spread the word. Just submit your public service announcement at least 2 weeks in advance and we'll handle the rest. Call us at 875-2750 for details. That's 875-2750. After all, KPEG is your community radio station. Serving you is what we do. You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
So you see, son, good manners are very, very important. Someday, many years from now, when you're a grown-up, you'll be a man. And when you are, you should be a gentleman. Do you want me to go through it one more time?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, and excuse me. Sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If a door's shut, then knock first. Don't burp, don't swear, don't speak with your mouth full, don't reach across people's plates, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
And don't interrupt. While we're at it, don't stare, don't use foul language, don't call people names, but do remember people's names. Always share your toys, play nice, and cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give up your seat to anyone who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you'd like to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
And stop picking your nose.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun, 2-minute videos.
Here along with Mike Loney, Judy Baker back to the studio. Thank you so much for joining us. We are about ready to start the second half of action. Mike, your impressions on the first half? You're checking scores over there, keeping us up to date?
Well, so far, Lompoc's been able to run the ball a little bit. They've been able to move the ball with some regularity, although the penalties have just about killed them. They've had at least 2 touchdowns canceled, annulled because of penalties, but fairly good performance by the Braves so far.
We talked to Coach about the halftime penalty situation last week, and it's come back to haunt him a little bit again this Friday night with, I think, 3 touchdowns now have been called back via penalty.
The defense has played well. Can't say that. Nice job by the secondary covering people, and
a lot of pressure in the backfield on Riddell.
Yeah.
The Braves will be receiving the second half kickoff.
Very shortly. It was within about 5 seconds. One of the up men dropped back to pick it up. That was Sheldon Shanley at about the 15, and he's got a little bit of a lane outside left.
Picked up a wedge and rides it out to about the 40-yard line. So that's where the Braves will start. 1st and 10. They'll put it at the 38 officially. First down from there for the Braves. Just underway here in the second half from San Ynez High School on a beautiful fall evening for high school football.
It's pumpkin weather, Greg.
It is. The Braves will start with 2 wides. And a quick pass out here complete to Morgan. Gives a stiff arm and gets wrapped up and down at about midfield.
Going to be across midfield, maybe the 48.
Ryan Morgan, of course, getting ready to play some college ball next year.
Hopefully he's got some high school basketball and baseball in his future before he gets
that would be nice
to that point.
1st and 10 Braves. Oscar Tenario gets the carry. Still on his feet. I don't know how he got out of that. Breaks it to the outside and down close to the Pirate 40-yard line. We have a Brave player down back at midfield. Is that Nunez?
Yeah, that looks like him. He got himself back up and was walking over to the side, and it doesn't look like any.
Looks like he's going to stay in the game. No, they're going to take him out.
They're taking him out of the game, and he's jogging over. Taking him out.
But back to that Tenario run, he had 3 defenders on him in the lower part of his body. He managed to somehow step out of that mesh and break to the outside and got all the way down to the 41 for a gain of about 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. And I can't emphasize enough how difficult it is to tackle Oscar Tenario.
Much more difficult than it should be. And
DeAndre Coleman gets the carry.
Coleman just established that he isn't easy to bring down either.
Moves the ball down to the 34-yard line and also moves the chains while he's at it. It'll be first down Lompoc. 24-7 is our score. The Braves lead. 10:45 remaining here in the third quarter. Coleman used pretty sparsely again on offense tonight. I think that's only like his second carry of the evening.
Only used him on offense when he's been well rested.
Ross back to pass. Little stop and go by Daniels, and this one will be overthrown by a yard or so.
And he was about 8 yards behind the defense.
He was a little bit open, yeah. That one just overthrown a tad. It'll be second down, Braves. Daniel's been on the receiving end of several Ross passes tonight.
We're hearing that among the injuries that the Pirates have tonight is a couple of their corners, and so they had safeties playing corner.
Draw play. Up the middle down to the 26. Is that Coleman again?
I believe so.
Yes, it was indeed. DeAndre down to the 26-yard line. Third down and about 2 for the Braves. Coleman again finds some room on the outside, gets it all the way down to about the 10.
Boy, that sure is a nice insurance policy.
Yes, it is.
Turn around and hand it to Coleman
and get out of the way. First down, Braves. I think it's just inside the 10-yard line. Coleman again, straight up the middle. Goodbye. Touchdown, Braves. 3 straight runs by number 1. And the Braves are on the board again.
And the way a couple of those looked, they could have been 3 state runs.
That time, a couple of defenders got a paw on him on the way by. That's didn't do anything to get in the way.
They kind of waved at him.
30-7. Make it 31 after the point after. 9 minutes, 24 seconds. That took about 2.5 minutes. And it's Braves 31, Pirates 7. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
100.9.
And we'll take a moment and thank our good friends over at Tom's Burgers. Thank you so much, Kim. Appreciate you coming on board, as always. Help support local sports and local hometown radio. Your hometown radio station. Thank you, Tom's, for being with us tonight and all season long.
In case you're wondering about the biggest margin of victory the Braves have had in this series, that would be back in 2013, a 64-3 victory.
Not likely we'll get to that point tonight.
Unlikely, yes. It was actually here in an LPL game.
Braves kicking off once again. Nice high end-over-end kick in the end zone for the touchback, about 2 yards deep.
Yeah. Returner tried to bring it out, and ref said, yet.
Well, you know, the Braves have found the perfect solution to their punting woes. Just don't punt. And don't have to. First and 10 Pirates from their own 20 with 9:24 left here in the third quarter. We've got 2 receivers to either side. Riddell from the shotgun. Handoff. Out to about the 22. Right, the inside of that Braves defensive line. They haven't had any luck getting to the corners on the Braves tonight, that's for sure. Braves have got just such terrific speed to the edge. They got Dickerson back there in the secondary and Oscar. They can get to the corner in a hurry. Second down and 8 for the Pirates.
Demetrius Dickerson has been playing a fair amount of corner as well.
Little flare screen incomplete. Intended for Logan Ast out here on the near side. Stops the clock with 8:42 remaining here in the third quarter. It's 31-7. Lompoc Braves on top. You're at St. Inez High School. Greg Ratcliffe, Mike Loney, Judy Baker bringing you all the action tonight. You're at 100.9 FM and at kpegradio.com. Third down and 8.
Big third down for the Pirates.
3 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Riddell from the shotgun, looking left all the way.
And he managed to get away. I don't know how.
Got away from 1, but 2 more get him at the 20.
But I tell you, for a 3-man line, they have been. That was number 71.
Nicholas Curiel back there had him wrapped up, and Riddell managed to get away. Curiel held him up long enough to get some help. And a loss back to the 21. It'll be 4th down and 9 and a punting situation here for the Pirates. High snap. Fielded, though. Turned around and got a nice kick. And takes a nice roll from the Pirates' standpoint and goes all the way out to the 47-yard line.
Got about an 8-9 yard roll.
And I tell you what, the Pirates averted disaster right there because that snap was way over the head of the punter. He managed to backtrack enough to grab a hold of it, took 1 step, whipped around, and got the kick away before pressure got there. So, well done.
Pirate punter.
The Braves will have excellent starting field position, however, at the Pirate 47-yard line. They'll take over with 7:56 left here in the third, already holding a 31-7 lead. Ross with a little screen pass to the far side, complete, and powering his way down the sideline.
Elijah Perkins in the game.
That'll move the chains for the Braves all the way down to the 35-yard line it goes. Might start seeing some substitutes now in a little bit. There's Bradley Way down here, wide receiver. Pitch to Canley. Oh, big tackle in the backfield. That was it Canley? 28. Gavin Towns got collared and thrown down hard.
Loss of about
all the way 10. Back to the 45. And that was a dramatic tackle.
Yes, it was.
Got the attention of the St. Inez fans here.
Got quite a few subs on the offensive line as well.
Braves haven't had the opportunity to get a lot of second team work here in games these days. Quick pass out to the far sideline, complete, breaking some tackles on the far sideline. And all the way down to about the 15-yard line. That was one of the guys who's not a sub, number 5, Ryan Morgan, who broke some tackles and made some things happen out there. Although they'll put him down at the 18. 1st and 10 Braves from there.
6:40 remaining in the quarter.
Pass is batted down in the backfield. Good pressure, interior pressure there by the Pirates that time. Bring up second down. 6:26 left until the end of the third quarter. The Braves are leading 31-7 and threatening again. 2nd and 10 from the Pirate 18. Lompoc will send 3 receivers to the right, 1 up top. Ross in the shotgun again. Give is to Canley.
He'll pick up a couple, maybe, up the middle.
Give him 1. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for Lompoc. Morgan still in the game. Bradley Waite, wide right.
A couple other subs in at receiver.
Towns back in, I believe. Morgan in motion. Fakes the handoff, does Ross. Ball is tipped and into the hands of a defender in the end zone. This will be intercepted. Ball is tipped at about the 5. Caromed off a player and into the hands of a guy in a black jersey.
Morgan had gone on kind of a wheel route and had got knocked down. Incidental contact, evidently. And, the ball was thrown in the area.
So the good news for the Pirates is they got the turnover and they've got the first down. The bad news is they're on their own 5. Besides the other bad news that they're losing 31-7.
There is that. They keep the Braves out of the end zone again.
Yeah, that's throwing from his end zone is Riddell. Pass complete about the 10 and tackled at the 11. We'll give him a little breathing room. Riddell's been pretty accurate with his passes this evening for the most part, and kind of little, just little interior stuff, 5-6 yards.
Picks up 6 on that one, 2nd and 4. But I tell you, the front for the Braves has been hunting Riddell all night, and they've been pretty good at it.
2nd and about 3. Riddell back to pass, looking to the near sideline, and this one will be thrown out of bounds and complete. Prendergast, the intended receiver, I believe. No, maybe not.
I think that was
Lars Ladenig, number 8.
And Demetrius Dickerson on the coverage.
Incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 4 for the Pirates. The ball's at their own 12. Clock stopped with 4:46 left here in the 3rd quarter. Lompoc leading 31-7. 3 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Riddell, plenty of time this time. Throws across the middle and knocked away and incomplete.
Almost.
Dickerson got one hand on it, couldn't quite hang on.
That was DeVille. So, gone Dickerson to Dickerson. And this one.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and one would expect the Pirates to punt. Kicking from their own end zone in this case. Speaking of Dickerson, Joker back at around midfield to receive for the Braves. Kick is away.
Oh.
And that got actually touched by a Pirate, but they haven't called it dead yet.
And
or maybe they did.
The near official is marking it short.
Yeah.
It stopped rolling around the Lompoc 39, but he's marking it at the 44-yard line of.
One of the coverage guys went down and actually ran into the ball on his way downfield. That's the initial touch, and that's where they will spot it. At the Pirate 44, Lompoc will take over there, 1st and 10 with 4 minutes, 27 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Lompoc leading 31-7. The Braves will send 3 receivers to the left. Nobody here on the right. Offset I. Ross. Hands off to Sheldon Canley. Breaks into the secondary.
Bye.
There he goes. Touchdown, Braves. Finally, Canley breaks one free. They bottled him up for the most of the night. 44 yards later, number 20 is in the end zone, and the Braves are back on the board.
And once he broke contain about 12 yards past the line of scrimmage, there was nobody going to catch him.
Canley can motor, I'll tell you what.
And there was nobody with anything close to the range or the angle on him. It was just bye.
Anguiano with the point after, as usual. It's good. So with 4 minutes and 18 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, the Braves extend the lead. It's now Lompoc 38, San Ynez 7. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. I want to thank our good friend Box Shop Bob from the Box Shop, oddly enough, for being with us. Yeah, amazing, isn't it? Box Shop Bob is from the Box Shop, and he's signed up to be one of our sponsors this year, and we thank him so much for doing so. It's our sponsors that help make these broadcasts possible. Thank you so much, Box Shop Bob and the Box Shop. So something the Braves have done repeatedly this evening. They're getting some special teams practice tonight in the kickoff department. And they'll do it once again now with 4:18 left in the third. 2 men deep for the Pirates at around the 5. Aldo's been kind of kicking these in the end zone lately. Line drive, fielded at the 2. And tackled very quickly at about the 23-yard line for about a 20-yard return.
And I believe that was Mr. Bradley Wade on the stop.
Probably see some wholesale substitutions now for Lompoc on both sides of the ball.
10th possession for San Ynez.
Managed to punch in one score there towards the end of the second quarter. Beyond that one drive, they haven't been able to do much at all offensively. 2 receivers, one to either side. Riddell from the shotgun, one back in the backfield with him. Riddell scrambling for his life now, rolls right, throws complete on the far sideline, about the 28, tackled right away. Coleman there on defense for Lompoc. Schumer was there as well. It'll be second down and about 4 for the Pirates from their own 29.
He does look for Prendergast when he's scrambling, and he's been doing that a lot.
I think he's tired of seeing Rents. Sweeping here to the near side. Going to be close to a first down here on the San Ynez sideline.
Managed to get around the Braves who had contained there on that one.
Logan Ast on the carry, and that will be enough for a Pirate first down at the San Ynez 34. Clock stop at 3:26 remaining here in the third quarter. Ball on the near hash mark. They'll send 3 receivers to the right. The Lompoc side of the field. Rodell back to pass. Got some time this time. Throwing deep down the middle and knocked away, incomplete.
Threw into a crowd. There was
DeAndre Coleman back there to slap that one away.
Yeah, there was one Pirate receiver covered by 2 guys and another Pirate receiver covered by 3, and they were converging into the same area.
And that ball hung up enough for Coleman to make the trip over and knock that one down. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 34. Same setup for the Pirates. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Riddell back to pass. Under pressure, nobody open, scrambles right, throws on the run again, and knocked away and incomplete at the 45.
Joe Schumer got a piece of that one.
And a flag down in the backfield where Riddell hit the turf. And this is probably not a good thing for Braves. See what the official call is. We are moving it in the favor of the Pirates. Could be a roughing call. Personal foul, Braves. That'll bring a first down to the San Ynez Pirates at their own 49-yard line. Clock says 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Braves up 38-7. Pirates with a little bit of momentum here. Delayed draw.
And it was nowhere. More draw than delay, but it definitely drew a bunch of guys wearing blue.
Loss of a yard, maybe a touch more. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the 48.
And the running game for the Pirates tonight has been somewhere between scarce and non-existent.
Yes. Pretty good description on that, I think. 2.5 remaining here in the third. 2nd and 11 for the Pirates. 2 receivers left. Riddell rolling left. Throws on the run. Complete at the 45. Then tackled at the 40. Joe Schumer on the stop.
Just first time.
Indeed, moved the ball down to the Brave 39. First down Pirates from there. Clock stopped momentarily to move the change. It'll be 1st and 10 with 2:10 remaining here in the third. Pirates send 2 receivers
Possession
to the right.
Continued by a personal foul.
Quick pass to the right side. Complete. Tackled immediately, however, for a gain of about 3.
And Riddell had another Coleman missile aimed at his chest.
Nick Dominguez on the stop over there on the far side. He gets up a little shaky.
Pickup of about 4.
Ball right at the 35 now. We'll call it 2nd and 6. Inside a minute and a half left here in the third quarter. A little bit of momentum here for the Pirates, as we said. Let's see what they can do. Riddell from the shotgun. Rolling left. Throws on the run. Nice over-the-shoulder catch at the 13 and out of bounds. Prendergast again, prime target. I think, looks like we may have a flag on the play. Looks like they're bringing this one back. Don't see the penalty flag, but they are marking this off. Ineligible man downfield will negate a really nice passing catch. And bring the ball back to the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and about 10. Approaching the 1-minute mark here in the third quarter. 3 receiver set, make that 4 for the Pirates. Quick screen pass complete, but tackled immediately. The Braves all over that one. That was Tyler Rounds on the stop, right where he needed to be. Loss of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 13. Maybe 14.
Yeah, I think officially they're saying 14. So. 3rd and long.
3rd and a bunch. Shotgun snap. Looking to pass again. Now he'll tuck it away and have to keep it. Feeling his way through traffic and gets down to about the 37-yard line. Going to be well short of the first.
Nice pickup, but as you mentioned, nowhere near the first. Probably about an 8-yard pickup, maybe 7.
And that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter, Mike. 12 minutes left here at San Ynez High School, and our score is the Lompoc Braves 38. San Ynez Pirates 7.
They're going to put the ball at the Lompoc 36. But you do the math on it.
Well, I'll let them turn around and go the other way first. Another shout out. We got a list of them tonight. Do our weekly thanks and tribute to Rich for letting us be here.
Indeed.
Some exciting news coming down the pipe for KPEG Radio here shortly. We will keep you informed of as things develop.
That's what keep you informed. You'll get that in about a month or so?
Yeah,
month that will make sense.
So when they spot the ball, and it's going to be 4th down and about 7. Do the Pirates go for it? I bet they do.
Well, I think they pretty much are preordained to do so. I think this kind of falls into the category of the old question, is the Pope Catholic?
Last I heard. 3 receivers to the right, as they will go for it on 4th down. And this one is through the hands and incomplete.
He had a shot at it.
That was Jed Rance, who was right there in defense for the Braves. The ball went right through his hands and falls incomplete.
Well, now we know why Jed is playing defense.
But no damage. On 4th down, the Braves will get the ball regardless. Pirates turn it over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 Lompoc from their own 36-yard line. Just underway here in the 4th and final quarter. Braves with a 38-7 lead.
Turnover on downs. Lompoc begins their 10th possession.
There's a pitch on the sweep. Flag comes in. I think that is number 9. Yep, Duarte Tenario on the carry. Battles his way out to about the 45, but another penalty flag in the backfield is going to cost the Braves on hold. So still having some problems holding on the edge are the Braves.
Yeah. Doing it too well.
Yes. That will move the ball all the way back to the 26. Still 1st down for the Braves. But now essentially 1st and 20 for Lompoc. Braves leading 38-7. Just 15 seconds into the 4th quarter. Ross, hands off. Straight up the middle we go. Across the 40 to about the 43. That was Tyler Rounds on the carry.
Yeah, number 26, and he just shot upfield. Picked up about 15, maybe 14.
Well, right at the 40, it'll be 2nd down and about 6 for the Braves from there. We will see some substitutions as this quarter goes on, I have no doubt. Ross, hands off.
Oh,
a lot more room. That's Sheldon Canley breaking into the secondary. It's another foot race, and we already told you, nobody catches Sheldon Canley. Touchdown, Braves.
I think that's the T-shirt, Greg. Nobody catches Canley.
looked identical to his first touchdown. Once he breaks through that initial contact at the line of scrimmage and gets into the secondary, he makes one little move and just outruns everybody. 44-7 is our score. Point after coming up. Aguiano getting a workout tonight. Kick is away. Kick is up. Kick is good. 10 minutes, 54 seconds remaining here. Dare I say it, in the game? And it's Lompoc 45, St. Inez 7. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
100.9. And we...
Going down our list of shout-outs, Mike, we can't forget our good friends Eric and Debbie over in New Mexico, listening online at kpegradio.com. Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Hope your game went well tonight. They live right next to the high school football field, and they can watch the game from their backyard.
Ah.
Then they tune into us.
Really? That way they get 2 high-quality games, I guess.
45-7 is our score. Braves comfortably on top here at St. Inez.
And if you're listening, either over the air or streaming or any other way, give us a call or an email or something and say hi, and we'll say hi back.
Yeah, let us know where you're at. We'll give you a shout as well. Nice return of this kickoff out to about the 45-yard line. Pirates will have nice field position to start this possession.
Took it from the 7 up to the 45.
10:15 and counting on the clock. One receiver wide to either side. Riddell from the shotgun. Simple handoff off a right tackle will gain close to nothing.
Will gain a simple tackle with 2 assists.
And about 0 yards.
Yeah.
And an official timeout for a injured Pirate. Stops the clock with 9:47 remaining. Training staff will come out to take a look. Player down at the 45-yard line. See if we can find out who that is. Lower leg-ish of some sort. And is walking off on his own now. That is number 24, Logan Ast.
He jogged off, so I'm going to boldly predict that he's probably going to be okay.
Going to go out on a limb on that one, are you?
Yeah, probably putting a couple qualifiers in there. And we're looking at mostly substitutes for the Braves. Kind of a low snap, a high throw.
Pass complete, however.
And
complete to number 8, Lars Ledening.
And a sudden end caused by Mr. Gayton, number 30.
Advances the ball out to the 48-yard line. That's on the Lompoc side of the 50-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 3. Two receivers set for the Pirates, one to either side. Now 1 man in motion. Riddell rolling, now scrambling, running for his life, throws the ball on the run, tosses this one up for grabs, and incomplete at about the 25-yard line.
That was almost caught, almost intercepted.
Almost a lot of things.
Yeah, and there was a pretty good collision, and the intended receiver is slow getting up. Luke Gardner was down there among the cloud of Braves who appeared as that one was wafting its way through the...
That was kind of a wounded duck throw.
Yeah, that was...
Clock stop of 8:31. And now rolling. And the Pirates will punt this one away. Kind of a line drive kick. Takes a nice roll. Picked up on the bounce, however. Dickerson back there to grab that one. And he'll bring it back to about the Lompoc 24-yard line there where the Braves will take over.
Hunter for the Pirates has done a nice job tonight.
And I believe, Mike, we're finding ourselves in a running clock situation. Clock continues to run at 7:45. The Braves will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24. And I wondered if we might see this. There he is, number 11, Bradley Waite, coming out to take the snaps for the Braves, as we've seen all we're going to see of Kevin Ross tonight. And the first snap is bobbled. Not a good start, but
bobbled, fumbled, and then covered by
Tyler Rounds manages to fall on it. Loss of 1 on the play, however, back to the 23. Bradley Waite at the start of the season was basically a wide receiver for Lompoc. Got moved back into backup quarterback duties when Uribaron got hurt.
Rounds up the middle for a yard.
Back to the 19. He made back the one they lost. And maybe got a little more. Out to the 25. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Clock continues to run, approaching the halfway mark here in the 4th and final quarter. Braves leading 45-7. This one never in doubt. Third down and 9 for Lompoc. Wait from the shotgun. Give is to Rounds.
Up the middle.
Picks his way across the 30, back to the 31. It'll be 4th down for the Braves at about 3. It looks like the punt team is coming on. Unit we haven't seen that much of tonight. Gunnar Thomas, number 19, to do the kicking. 1 man deep for the Pirates, back to the 35.
Presumably from the grass.
Punting has been kind of an adventure for the Braves this season so far. Low snap. Thomas managed to get it. Nice. High kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 35. That's one of the best efforts we've seen on punting this year.
Indeed. It was
well done by Gunnar Thomas.
A little bit of a gentleman on that one, I think.
So the Pirates will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. They've got just under 5 minutes remaining now. Clock continues to run in a running clock scenario. First time we've been in a running clock this year. I remember in years past, we'd have running clocks in the second quarter sometimes, in just about every game.
San Ynez at their own 35.
Draw play up the middle. Hard hit after a gain of about a couple.
Yep. A couple of lumps.
And an official timeout. One of the San Ynez players lost his helmet. It'll send him to the sideline and stop the clock momentarily. Now we're running again. Approaching 4 minutes remaining. 2nd down and about 8 for the Pirates. We have a moment. Let's thank all of our sponsors once again, folks. Remember, it's our sponsors who make these broadcasts possible. We thank them all very, very much. The Box Shop, Branson's Embroidery, Frederick Quality Plumbing, the Surf Connection, and Tom's. Thank you very much, guys. We appreciate your support of local sports and local hometown radio.
Another stop by Arias. Loss of a yard plus on a running play up the middle.
Brings up 3rd and 9 as we approach 3.5 minutes to go. Two receivers to the right from the shotgun.
Rolling right. Heavy pressure again.
And throws on the run short and incomplete. They'll bring up 4th down.
Bounce pass.
Basketball season has not started yet, however. So 4th and 9 and a punting situation for the Pirates. Clock running 3 minutes and counting. The Braves will be able to field this one, take a couple of knees perhaps, and put this one in the win column.
Is that Joker again?
It is. Joker Dickerson back at about his 30 to receive. He'll take this one at the 37, breaks a tackle at the 40, cuts it to the outside at midfield, racing down the far sideline, and finally gets tackled at about the 25-yard line. Nice return by Joker. And the Braves will be set up in great field position. Not that they need it at this point. But they'll have a 1st down at the 23-yard line with 2 minutes remaining. Next week, the Braves will be back home after a couple of weeks on the road, hosting the Dos Pueblos Chargers a week from tonight. We'll be there to bring it to you. Last we heard, DP was leading Cabrillo at Cabrillo's homecoming, 7-0. We'll see if we can find more about that in a minute. Bradley Waite, still a quarterback for the Braves. Tyler Round still running the ball for the Braves. And he'll get down to about the 19. Gain of about 7 for Tyler. And it'll be a 2nd and 3. Minute and a half to go on this one.
Well, we've got Manuel Atherton up on the Rio Grande 40-13 in the 4th quarter. And Dos Pueblos up 32-7 on Cabrillo in the 4th quarter.
Tyler Rounds up the middle for a 1st down inside the 10. And inside a minute remaining, the Braves will have to snap this one more time. I would expect your favorite formation to be upcoming. That would be the victory formation. One knee from Bradley Waite ought to do it. And there it is with 37 seconds to go. The Braves should not have to snap this one again. And they're going to walk it off. Our final score is going to be Lompoc 45, San Ynez 7. The Braves will up their record to 4-2. 1-0 in league.
That's where it counts.
The Pirates will fall to 2-4 on the season, and they'll open their league play with a loss to go to 0-1.
Speaking of league, Santa Barbara is last reported as leading San Marcos 19-6 in the 3rd quarter.
Santa Barbara will be taking on these San Ynez Pirates next week, right here on this very field.
Paraclete has defeated Rigetti 33-7, I believe it was. St. Louis is up on Santa Maria 49-24. Royal and the Atascadero are tied 7 apiece. Big game for Royal. They will be challenging Simi Valley, Lompoc's first opponent, for that league title. Templeton is up 28-21 on St. Bernard's. Mission College Prep 42, Viewpoint 21. Paraclete just scored again, so they're up 42-7 on Rigetti. And St. Joe is thumping Pioneer Valley 33-0 in the 4th quarter.
So back here at home, the Braves find themselves on top of the Channel League in the early going. They're 1-0. They will be back home next week to take on the Dos Pueblos Chargers, and that'll be a good one.
Yep, be a contest for the league lead.
And Santa Barbara will be right here taking on these San Ynez Pirates.
Yeah, and that could be a very important game as well. If the Pirates can pull that one off, it would definitely help the Braves.
Indeed. Santa Barbara probably the stronger of the competition in the league for the Braves this year.
Yep.
They will be facing them in a couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah.
But the Braves come up with a victory here tonight here at San Ynez High School, 45-7. It was all Braves pretty much from the start.
Pretty much all Braves all the time.
Yep. San Ynez kind of undermanned and outgunned this evening.
And the speed differential was noticeable.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, we're gonna wrap this one up, Mike. Unless you've got some closing thoughts.
Well, I think the Braves ship has been righted. It patched some holes and got the engine running. And
I'd like to see him clean up those penalties a little bit more. And I'm sure Coach Jones would too.
Probably even more than you.
maybe more than I. Yeah, that's absolutely true. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up here from San Ynez High School. For Judy Baker back at the studio. For Mike Loney to my right, my name is Greg Ratcliffe. Thank you very much for joining us tonight at 100.9 FM and at kpegradio.com. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back on the air again next week, Friday night, 6:45 or so. And the Lompoc Braves will host the Dos Pueblos Chargers back at Houck Stadium. Our final score, once again, 45-7. The Braves come out on top of the Pirates tonight. Now we'll send you back to the, Mike has a thought?
10th win in a row for the Braves over the Pirates.
That's right. We'll send you now back to the greatest collection of rock and roll on the planet, maybe in the entire visible universe, at 100.9 KPEG.
Some of which Greg will play.
Good night, everybody.